Good morning, Continental Colony Elementary School. It's a thankful Thursday.
Let's pause for a moment of solemn reflection as we envision our educational goals for today.
Let's stand for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's say our school pledge.
I now realize that the greatest power in the world is the power of knowledge. I want to be smart. Misinformed people go through life missing so many rewards that could be theirs. I will become a thinker and a problem solver, learn my basic skills, and exemplary conduct at all times. I will embrace the positive philosophy of my school. I believe in myself. I can do anything if I try hard enough. I pledge it to my family, my school, and most importantly, I pledge it to myself.
Thank you. You may be seated. Now for our principal's announcements with Dr. Horton.
Good morning, faculty and staff, boys and girls. Welcome to this Thankful Thursday. And as I say every day, we are continuing to ensure that we are staying safe, staying healthy, and everyone is doing their part. Making sure you wash your hands throughout the day for at least 20 seconds. Cover your nose and mouth when you cough or sneeze. Ensure that you're always wearing your mask. Sanitize when you do not have access to soap and water. Try not to touch your face and keep your distance. Ensure you're staying 3 to 6 feet. So if you're able to touch someone, you know you're not 3 to 6 feet. So make sure you're staying 3 to 6 feet. Also, fifth grade will be eating in the cafeteria today. Fifth graders, make sure you skip a seat between each person. You cannot sit side by side in the cafeteria. All right, and we want to ensure that we are doing our daily health check, making sure we're screening ourselves before we come to school. Remember, if it is green, you are eligible to come to school. If it is red, you should stay home and monitor your symptoms. You can reach this health screening app with the yellow QR code here. We also want to make sure everyone has completed their student information sheet at the blue QR code. Also, each and every week, we will have surveillance testing, and we're actually going to increase our surveillance testing to twice a week. Faculty and staff, if you can please ensure you read the email from the superintendent, and I followed up with an email yesterday regarding surveillance testing. For parents and students, please make sure you complete the consent form so your child can participate in surveillance testing as well. And remember, surveillance testing is just another way to ensure that we're trying to limit the spread of COVID-19 in our school. And with surveillance testing, remember, they don't go all the way back into your nostril like some tests. It's just a swab of the front of your nose. All right, we're one day away from our competition. Remember, this week, we're not only looking for those colors, those yellow communicators, those orange inquirers, green house of knowledge, the purple principal, risk takers are red, and we're looking for those thinkers in blue, but we're also counting those dojo points. So boys and girls, make sure you are in fame when you're in and out of the hallway. Make sure you are focused on what the teacher is saying in slant. You're sitting up straight, you're leaning forward, you're listening, you're nodding your head, and you're asking those questions. Also, make sure that you are doing the right thing during your lunch period, where either you're in the cafeteria or in the classroom, so you can gain those dojo points for your house. So tomorrow, we will take in consideration the colors that everyone's wearing, but we're going to additionally add those dojo points for each house. And yesterday, I visited Ms. Jenkins' class, and those students could tell me the central idea. They could tell me the theme. So pause up. I'll be around today. Hopefully I can hit more classes. And I'm going to ask you, what is your central idea and what have you learned about this particular central idea? Teachers, if you can continue MAP growth testing, make sure in K through 2, all students have taken the MAP fluency. In K through 5, all students have taken the MAP growth for reading and math. Mr. Gomillion sent an email yesterday reminding you of how many days, but we want to go ahead and knock that out this week. So if you have any students that have missed these assessments, please use that intervention time to ensure the students have completed these assessments. All right, yesterday we worked through our authentication. Remember, our virtual learning hub is directly on Continental Colony's website. And in order to get into your Zoom classes, remember, you have to be authenticated. So just in case we have to use our Zoom classes, remember, you go to your Zoom icon. It's the circle, blue circle with the camera. Click sign in with SSO. You're going to type in Atlanta Public Schools with an S-US. Type in your username with @student.apsk12.org. Again, your username with @student.apsk12.org, and then your password. Remember, that's your lunch number, the same password you use to log into your computer each and every day. And then click Zoom and you should be able to participate. Now, boys and girls, one thing that I want to ensure, we want to make sure our laptops have longevity. We want to be able to use them all school year. So it's imperative that you take care of them. So I see a lot of people, when the teacher says, okay, let's move on to something else, you just simply shut down, close your computer. When you do that, you're still draining your battery and your battery's not going to have a long life. Never shut your computer until the screen is black. So you want to exit out of all of your programs. Yesterday in Ms. Greer's class, one of the students told me we can only have 3 windows open at a time. I think that's great because, you know, you're not using all of that bandwidth from everyone else on the wireless. So she said, yeah, we can only have 3 windows open. And the teacher actually locked it so they can't open any more than 3 windows. So you want to make sure that you exit out of anything that you're in, and you want to shut down, hit shut down. And when your computer turns black, only when your computer turns black do you want to close it. So teachers, if you can help students with this, because remember, we want these laptops to last, okay? Because boys and girls, if something happens to yours, you're just going to have to wait for another one. And we don't want you to be without. So please, please, please only close your laptop when it has turned black. Make sure you exit out of everything by hitting the X in the upper corner. All your windows are closed, and then you shut down. It is Thankful Thursday, and we are focused on those relationship skills, developing and cultivating collaborative relationships within and outside of your peer group to build personal and classroom communities. So let's look at our morning motivator. It's from Martin Luther King. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. This is really good for 5th grade because, boys and girls, I know you're reading the book with Desmond, and he had a situation where he had to forgive. And when we saw him forgive, it really changed the attitude of the person he was forgiving as well. So this is a great quote to connect to that. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. What does Dr. King mean by this quote? What is one way we can spread love right now to make the world better? Can you say something or do something today that shows love and kindness? I want you to think about that. Can you say or do something today that shows love and kindness? And I want to give a pause up to Chloe Orr. She definitely showed some love to her teacher this week. Thank you, Chloe Orr, for thinking about Miss Quigley as well. So throughout the day, I want you to think, how can I show love? How can I show kindness? All right, let's do a quick check-in before we get our intervention. I want you to choose an emoji that represent how you feel. So check it out. And at lunch today, I want you to ask someone at your table how they feel today. And remember, if your emoji is not quite well this morning, remember to visualize the emoji you want to be. Take those deep breaths while you're visualizing. Breathe in through the nose like you're smelling the roses. Breathe out like you're blowing that pinwheel, and think about the emoji you want to be. Remember, relationship skills are tools we use to be more connected with others. Building relationships help us feel more connected to adults and our peers. Asking how people feel shows you care. What other ways will you show you care today? So at lunch, don't forget to ask someone, And if they say, man, that emoji with the tears coming down, that's me today, then think of a way to help them kind of cheer up or remind them of our interventions.
Now for a daily SEO intervention.
This week, we worked on quieting our minds, using our breath and our imagination. And quieting your mind is very, very important. The next time you are attempting to learn something new, I want you to try this intervention. So we're going to watch a little video this morning. We're going to remember our deep breathing as we quiet our minds to prepare to learn.
And imagine that in front of you is the most beautiful rainbow. The colors are twinkling in the light. You've never seen such a colorful rainbow. It makes you feel so joyful and light just looking at it. You notice the beginning of the rainbow as you decide to climb it. The rainbow is made of thousands of tiny lights, all different colors. As you take each step and your foot touches the rainbow light, your body is filled with energy. As you climb, you feel full of excitement and anticipation. Where does the sparkling rainbow lead? You reach the top. The view is spectacular. You decide to slide down. It feels such fun. This is the biggest slide in the world. Finally, you reach the bottom. Has the rainbow taken you into another magical rainbow world? Is there a pot of gold waiting for you? Spend a few moments enjoying the world at the end of the rainbow. And now, when you are ready, wriggle your fingers and your toes, have a big stretch and open your eyes.
Well, Panthers, I hope you feel relaxed and ready to learn today and that you have a quiet and calm mind. Have a most amazing day.